Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. So this is part 6 video on NestJS, ReactJS using MongoDB CRUD example. Now our final goal is to implement the delete operation. Okay, so go to our NestJS application. So delete operation means we have to add the delete endpoint in our NestJS application. So go to our employee service, try to add a logic for deleting a document from the MongoDB. For that, let me add a method, okay, async method, delete method, okay, and it should have a input parameter like our ID value. Okay, now what I can do, I will simply avoid this dot employee model dot find and remove, okay, ID. This is going to remove the specified ID document from the MongoDB. Okay, that's our method. Okay, now let's create the HTTP delete endpoint in our employee controller. Okay, so here let's create our action method like delete. Okay, and as usual, it should be decorated with the request type. So here it is delete, right? So at the rate delete method we have to use. Okay, and it should contains the ID placeholder, dynamic route placeholder, and we know we have to read using the param decorator to read the dynamic placeholder from the URL. Okay, so ID string. Okay, now I can simply call my employee service and delete method and pass the ID value. Okay, that's it. That is our endpoint. Now let's run our server application. Okay, our server application is successfully running. Now let's get back to our React application. Now here for adding a new item, we have created a form. For that we have created separate component. For edit also we have created separate component. From the delete we will create a component, but it is not a page level component. Okay, I will create a component which is a shade. Okay, so on clicking the delete button, we will show some confirmation pop-up, right? That model I am going to create as a shared component. Okay, for that, what I will do, I will create the shared component inside of the component slash shared folder. Okay, I will name my component like delete confirmation. Okay, and we know how to write the component constant component name and arrow function. Let's return imaginary tags for default delete confirmation, right? Now the thing I want to add the React Bootstrap model into this component. So go to React Bootstrap website component section. Okay, here look for the model. So here is the model and there are several examples here. You can pick one of it. So I'm going to pick this example. Okay, model, add it here, and let's import the model namespaces. So here I'm going to use both model and button. Okay, so copy those two and add it over here. Okay, so I want this component should be a shared, means it should be a generic. Any other uh, components in our application can use this delete confirmation. That is the main idea. So everything will be every information in this component will be input from the parent component, so that we can make it as a generic component. Okay, so here first thing you can see a property like show. So in general, show it receives Boolean value, true or false. If it is a true, model will be displayed. If it is false, model will be hidden. Okay. So all these properties I want to read from the parent. So what I will do, I will read props property, and I will create all the custom properties for the existing properties and the events. Okay. So here props dot show model. So this is my custom property. I am expecting. Okay. I am assuming this property comes from the parent component. Okay. So this is one prop, and show I have explained it is for hide and show the model. And here you can see a event on hide. So on hide means here on hide event raised when we click on the cross close button. On a pop-up on right hand side corner we will see a cross button, right? In general, that cross close button. So that will raise this event. So for now what I will do, I will simply give the arrow function, because the functions also I am going to give the reference from the parent itself. Okay, for now let me assign a simple empty arrow function, and let me give the title from my parent. So props dot title. So these are all my imaginary properties. Okay, later I am going to use them from the parent component. Okay, same way here, let's do a dynamic body content. Okay, like props dot body. Okay, here also handler is there. For now, give the empty arrow function. This is a close button, and here you can see some save changes button. So I will rename this button like confirm delete. Okay, and here also for on click, for now give the arrow function. Okay, so now I have to use it in my all employee component, because delete button is in all employee only, right? When we click on delete, model have to display. So let's open the all employee. Okay, so here let's render the delete component. Okay, so I can see namespace is imported. So what are the properties I have to pass? I can pass the title. Here title I have using, right, title. So I will simply directly assign the string. Okay, instead of assigning some expression, I will directly assign the string. So I will name it like delete confirmation. Next thing, we have another property like body, right? So body. So here I will write like, are you to delete this item? Okay. And next we have hide and show of the model. So this is the show model property, right? So what I will do, so here is the show model. So this is the our input property to the delete confirmation. So to this we have to pass some boolean value. So here I want to pass the boolean value dynamically based on my click events. Okay. So I am going to create a one use state variable. Okay. Use state variable. Initially pop-up should be hidden, right? So default value always false. Okay. So I will name the use state variable like constant. I will use same name. This input property show model is there, right? I will use same name. If you want, you can give the different property name. But what I will do, I will use same name. Okay. This is the variable of the use state variable. And we know use state variable means there will be a method, that is the second parameter, set show model. Okay. So now what I will do, I will pass this show model to my show model property. Okay. So this is going to pass the Boolean values true or false to the delete confirmation model. Okay. Now I will write a method handler that is like delete confirmation model. Now let's create a handler to open the model. Okay. So when I click on the delete button, I have to open a model. So first let's create a button here, delete button. Okay, let me duplicate this button, but this should be delete. Here this won't be navigate. Okay, remove this, and I will give the danger. Okay, red color, and let's give here also danger confirm delete to display in red color. Okay, so I have to register event handler, so that handler should open the model. So for that I will write a handler here. Okay, constant open delete model handler. Okay, so here I can set show model to true, so that that value will be passed, so pop-up will be displayed. Okay, along with show model, I want to store the item ID that I want to delete. Okay, that means I will create a one more state variable to store the item ID that we are going to delete. Initially, its value will be 0, means nothing to delete. So I will name the variable like item ID to delete. Okay, and set. So that is my set method. Now here what I will do. So now this open model will have a input parameter like ID, and I want to set that value to my item ID to delete. Okay, I am setting that value. So now this should be invoked for our delete button. So here inside of the arrow function, open braces and call ID. We have created the handler for open. Same way, let's do close. Okay, for model close. So constant close delete model handler. Okay, what I will do, I am going to use these set variables. Okay, so closing means we are canceling the operation. So set the value to 0 and set show model to false, so that on setting show model to false, model will be hidden. Okay, now but this close event must be invoked in the delete confirmation, right? So we have to pass it. So what I will do, I will pass this as a one more input parameter. See here, this right hand side is this, our component method. Left hand side will be the delete confirmation input property. If you want to give different name, ABC, you can give. This is the method reference to the delete confirmation model. But what I am doing, I am giving both same names. Okay. Now I can read that method through props. So for close here, we have to write props dot and that method. Similarly, for close button also, I can use same method reference. So here, invoking the parent method, here we are getting just the reference of the method. Okay, actual logic exists in the parent component. Okay, now let's test whether we are able to open the pop-up and closing the pop-up or not. Okay, so prop, somewhere I did prop. So here it is props. Okay, next issue. ID is not defined, all employees. Where ID not defined in the all employees? ID, ID defined. Okay, here we should pass employee dot underscore ID. Okay, and now it should be good. Yes, we got delete button also. If I click on delete, see, I am getting the confirmation model. See, this heading, all these are dynamic values. Now, if I click on this cross button, model is closed. Now, if I click on this close button, model is closed. Now we have to work on this confirm delete handler. Okay, that means there we have to invoke the our delete API call. So here let me write a one more handler. Okay, constant confirm delete handler. Okay, so here what I will do, I will call Axios. Okay, this dot, sorry, Axios delete method, right? So delete method, and we know our delete method have some dynamic value, right? So if I go to either update component or edit component, let's copy this kind of dynamic URL with backticks, okay, and add it here. But our delete value is in item to delete variable, okay. Now on success. So on successfully deleting the data at the server, here we have to remove it from our table also, because here we are not refreshing the page after deleting. So we have to remove it logically in UI side also. So where the data coming from, the data is actually stored in the set all employees. So I can use all employees variable. So I can use this state variable. I have to update this state variable. So what I can do, set employees. When we want to set the data to the useState variable, we are directly assigning, right? We can do another way also by inputting a arrow function, okay, like this. So this arrow function will have a one default parameter, that is existing data. Existing data means nothing but the current data available in the state variable. So set employee state variable is all employees, right? So what is the data existing in this variable will come as the input parameter when we use the arrow function. So now what I will do, from that existing data, I am going to remove the item we are deleted. Okay. So filter underscore ID not equal to item to delete. Okay. And finally, I can call the close delete handler from here. Okay. So because I want to reset back to this one and I want to hide the model, right, once the delete is completed. So I am directly calling the close delete model handler. If you are confusing, you can just duplicate these lines of code here. Okay. Now let's test it. Now click on delete. Now open network calls. Okay. Now if I click on confirm delete, okay, I haven't registered the event, right? Confirm delete. So now this confirm delete must be passed to our child component. So here I can pass like this. And for confirm delete, let's use it props dot confirm delete handler method reference. Okay. Now if I check again, okay, reload the page. Okay, now click on delete. Now click on confirm delete. See, record is deleted. If I check network calls, see, this is the delete API call and it is successful. If I refresh the page also, I will get single record only because we have deleted the second record successfully. So that's all about delete operation. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this video delivered some useful content to you all. If you like the video, please do support me by liking my video as well as by subscribing to my channel. Soon we are going to meet with new videos. Until then, signing off.